Maribel needs Bruno's help. She needs him to explain the vision to her so that she can help save the magic. I'm Miss Melissa at the Oosterhout Free Library Book Bite series. The junior novelization of Disney's Encanto was adapted by Angela Cervantes and published by Random House. Bruno looked at her. I can't tell you because I don't know. Bruno grabbed the shards from his pocket and assembled them. I had this vision the night you didn't get your gift, he explained. Abuela worried about the magic, so she begged me to look into the future, see what it meant. As he talked, Bruno drifted back to that fateful night. His memories played out in the glowing green shards, and I saw our house breaking, the magic in danger, and then I saw you. But the vision was different, and it would change. There was no one answer, no clear fate. Like your future was undecided, but I knew how it was going to look. I knew how it was going to look because I'm Bruno and everyone would assume the worst, so Maribel realized now that it was Bruno who had smashed the vision. He didn't want anyone to see it and possibly use it against her. He'd been doing her a favor? I don't know how things will go, but my guess, whatever's happening, the cracks, the magic, the fate of our entire family, it's gonna come down to you. Me? Maribel said with wonder. Maybe the vision didn't mean she'd destroy the house and the magic. Maybe it meant she'd save it. Yeah, Bruno said. Then he looked up at her with a shrug. But you dug up the vision and showed it to the family anyway, so who knows? Maybe you do wreck everything. Maribel's face dropped as her hope crumbled. Bruno grabbed a cup of coffee, pulled a rat out of it, and drank from it. Or you don't. It's a mystery. That's why my visions are... He made a raspberry noise. Tia Bruno put an arm around her shoulder and walked her to a door. Look, if I could help any more, I would. But, what's next is up to you. He ushered Maribel out into the empty space between the walls of her house and shut the door behind her. Maribel stood stunned. Bruno had said the vision was unreadable. He said it would constantly change. Everything undecided. No clear fate. Maribel thought long and hard about this, but then through the walls she heard her family's anguished voices. It was supposed to be perfect! I hate her! Isabella cried. Louisa's a mess. Her gift is gone completely, Julieta exclaimed. How do we even know the Encanto is still safe? Felix asked. Is she going to make me lose my magic? Camila whined. Maribel was in that vision for a reason. What else could it mean? Abuela's voice bellowed over all the rest. Maribel wasn't ready to give up. So what if the whole family thought she was trying to destroy the magic? Their preoccupation with her was keeping them from seeing the whole picture. There was still a way to save the miracle and prove her worth to the family. An idea came to her. Determined, she stepped back through the door. She wasn't going to let Bruno push her out this time. You have to have another vision, Maribel said, barging in on Bruno. What? No, I don't do visions anymore, he stammered, surprised by her quick return. He stumbled back from her. You can't say the weight of the world is on your shoulders, the end, Maribel pointed out. If your fate's up to me, me says have another vision. Maybe it'll show me what to do. No, I don't do visions anymore, Bruno shook his head vigorously. What's the harm in trying? Maribel urged. Look, even if I wanted to, which I don't, he said, you wrecked my vision cave. Oh yeah, I know about that, which is a problem. Now because I need a big open space. Come on, two family weirdos fighting each other? Sounds like fate to me, Maribel said, totally undeterred. I still don't have a big open space. Suddenly, Antonio's toucan landed between them. Maribel and Bruno turned around and saw an ancient tapir, a bored capybara, and a fierce jaguar, followed by Antonio. You could use my room. The rats told me everything, Antonio said, then shot a look at the jaguar. Don't eat those. The jaguar, eyeing Bruno's rats, backed off. Maribel looked back at Bruno, unwilling to take no for an answer. Tio Bruno, our family needs help, she said, and you need to get out of here. You're not going to leave me alone, are you? Bruno replied. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to Maribel and the rest of her family, the candle flickered unnaturally on a special shelf in the courtyard. A group of children playing in front of the house watched in horror as a thin crack snaked across the ground next to them. The house shook, scaring the children away. In the foyer, Abuela called a family meeting. She honed in on Augustine. You should have told me the second you saw the vision. I was thinking of my daughter, he shot back, or does she not count? Peppa, calm down, Abuela exclaimed as sleep trickled on all of them. This is me being calm, I'm calm, Peppa said. Mama, you've always been too hard on Maribel, Julieta said. Just then there was a crackling noise. New cracks streaked across the wall of the foyer, causing their grandfather's portrait to crash to the ground. Look around, Abuela said. We must protect our family, our Encanto. We cannot lose our home. Felix appeared at the door. Abuela, the town wants to see you. They're freaking out. Abuela gazed towards the town. When I come back, I will speak to Maribel. Find her, Abuela ordered. The house trembled again. Moments later, Maribel and Bruno were in Antonio's rainforest room. Bruno got to work quickly, forming a circle for his vision. As he worked, all of Antonio's animals watched. The room rumbled and shook as if the house was suddenly unsteady. I think we need to hurry, Maribel gasped. You can't hurry the future, Bruno said. Once Bruno finished his circle, passing over a stubborn capybara who was unwilling to move, he gave Maribel a worried glance. And what if I show you something even worse? If I see something bad, it will happen. I don't think you make bad things happen, Maribel said. I just think most people only see things a certain way. Bruno looked up at her thoughtfully. You got this. Antonio handed Bruno his stuffed jaguar that Maribel had made for him. The thoughtful boy hoped it would make his uncle feel brave, just like it made him feel brave on his gift day. Bruno took the doll and held it close. For good luck, Antonio said. He sent a smile to Maribel that said he believed in her. Then he left them to their work. Bruno glanced down at the doll he held in his hands. He exhaled and reached into his ruana. From the garment, he removed a gilded capsule. He opened the capsule and took a match from it. I can do this. I can do this. Uno, dos, tres, 4, 5, 6. Bruno lit the match and ignited a pile of wet leaves. Very quickly, smoke spiraled around him and Maribel. He closed his eyes and began to count. Uno, dos, tres, 4, 5, 6. Uno, dos, tres, 4, 5, 6. Magic filled the room. Unbeknownst to Bruno, his door in the hall began to glow again. It had been years since Bruno's door had glowed. It had stopped the day he left the family. Back in Antonio's rainforest room, everything was aglow. A wind kicked up, blowing leaves and turning the waterfalls into a mist that swirled around them. Maribel glanced over at Bruno, whose eyes had turned bright emerald green and sparkled like glitter. You might want to hold on, Bruno warned. Maribel latched onto his hand, squeezing tightly as a gust of wind and magic continued to swell until, whoosh! Maribel was transported into the vision. In it, she saw her family being chased by an ominous crack. Then a shape emerged. I can't, Bruno yelled in pain. I can't. It's just the same thing. No, I can't help if I don't see what to do, Maribel said. I need to know which way it goes. There's got to be an answer we're not seeing. All around them, the rainforest shook. The magic was struggling. Tio Bruno, the family needs you, Maribel said, giving his hand a gentle squeeze to let him know that she believed in him. The encouragement worked. Bruno's vision grew clearer and brighter. Maribel could see something forming. What was it? She looked closer and saw a butterfly flitting towards a small globe. There! Over there! She yelled excitedly. Butterfly, follow the butterfly, Bruno said. There's someone else. Who is it? Maribel looked closer, but the shape was still forming. Embrace her, and you will see the way. Who? Maribel asked. Embrace her, you will see the way. Embrace her, you'll see the way, Bruno droned on like a chant. Maribel stepped closer. She had to know who it was she was supposed to embrace. Who? Embrace her, you will see the way. Embrace her, you will see the way, Bruno repeated. Who is it? Maribel asked, stepping toward the figure to get a better look. Then it was clear. It was Isabella? Maribel scoffed. A flash of light ended the vision. Bruno shook himself back to the present. Your sister, that's great, he said. But Bruno didn't understand. It wasn't great. Not after the disastrous proposal and all the other reasons Isabella disliked her. Maribel grabbed Bruno and headed for Isabella's room. Even though she knew Isabella was mad at her, there was no time to waste. The Encanto needed her. What does that even mean? Maribel said. Is that a hug? Why would that make me see the way? She won't hug me, Maribel grumbled behind a potted plant in front of Isabella's door. She hates me. Also, I ruined her proposal. Plus, Maribel, Bruno said calmly behind another tall potted plant. It's just annoying. Of course it's Isabella. Maribel, Bruno said again. Senorita Perfecta always has to have all the answers. Maribel. Bruno spoke a little louder to get Maribel's attention. Sorry, you're missing the point. The fate of the family is not up to her, it's up to you, he explained. Before you say you don't get a hug, you helped Antonio get his door. You helped me have my first good vision ever. You've never given up once. You're the best of us. You just have to see it. He smiled at her. By yourself, after I leave. So Bruno's not going to stick around to help? I don't know how that's going to go for Maribel. Let's find out next time on the Book Bites program from the Oosterhout Free Library. Check out our Science Saturdays, our other online story times, our in-person programming like the July 26th Plastic in the Seas program, and sign up for our summer reading program. Bye-bye.